Today, the Russian government paper Российская Gazeta publishes all these numbers. What is this? Well, it's a document on amendments to the federal law on the federal budget for 2025 and planned period 2026 and 2027. The authorities have had to recalculate the budget because the Treasury's expected annual income has fallen. It's now been set at 38.5 trillion rubles instead of what had been predicted, nearly 40.3 trillion. The main reason for the drop in revenue is clear: the fall in revenue from the sale of oil and gas. Initially, revenue was calculated based on the optimistic forecast of oil at $69.7 a barrel in 2025. Now the forecast has been updated to $56 a barrel. It's quite possible that in the autumn another adjustment to the budget will be necessary, but two things remain unshakable. All budget obligations will be fulfilled, and there is no need to fear changes to the tax system to boost budget revenues. The government paper then proceeds to provide some positive economic news. In the foreseeable future, food prices will not rise markedly. There are currently no factors that would cause a sharp rise in food prices. And yet on the front page of Moskovsky Komsomolets today, here is a play on words which I would translate like this: pig rise in pork prices. Meat market experts have noted that in the first 6 months of the year, the price of 1 kilo of pork in live weight has risen by 15%, up to 145 rubles in Russia's Central Federal District. In June alone, the price rose by 7%. The main question: how soon and on what scale will this hoggish price rise reach the meat counters in shops and markets? Same paper, and another reminder that in July, utility tariffs head skywards. Gas, electricity, water and heating tariffs become more expensive. Gas tariffs will rise on average by 10.3%, electricity by 12.6%. Komsomolskaya Pravda, an admission from President Putin that high military expenditure has fueled inflation in Russia. Regarding expenditure on defence, Russia is spending 6.3% of GDP on it. That's 13.5 trillion rubles a year. Our entire GDP is 223 trillion rubles. 13.5 out of 223, that's a lot. We paid for that in inflation, but we are fighting this inflation. And then, something I've noticed quite a bit in the Russian state media recently, the newspaper writes about economic problems in Europe. Like a monkey on a bicycle, Europe's economy is cheerfully careering towards the abyss. The other thing the Russian media is doing a lot of right now is presenting NATO Europe as the aggressor and Russia as the innocent victim, particularly after NATO countries pledged to spend 5% of GDP on defence. Keep in mind, this pledge is the result of Russia's large-scale invasion of Ukraine. But Komsomolskaya Pravda goes all historic. However hard and painfully militant Europe tries to hit Russia, it ends unintelligently. Is it really worth carrying on the cause of Hitler, or in the case of the French, Napoleon? In that case, Russia will continue the cause of our fathers and grandfathers. Our undefeated country is ready to teach them another lesson. For now, we're just warning. They try to bury us, but soon they'll drop dead themselves, says Putin coldly. They'd better be listening. More from Vladimir Putin and from Donald Trump in Moskovsky Komsomolets. Interesting how in Moscow they're openly talking now about how they massage President Trump's vanity. Putin threw fuel onto the fire of Trump's vanity by saying, "I deeply respect the current US president. He's travelled a very long, difficult and dangerous path to return to power and the White House. He is a courageous man, this is clear." And Trump gushed. Vladimir Putin made some very nice statements. He respects our country again.